and thank you for joining us here on Wink News. You're taking a look at the brand new advisory out moments ago, and as you can see, the biggest update is that Hurricane Idalia is now a Category 4 hurricane. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lindsay Sablon.
And I'm Corey Lazar. We have our team spread out for you across the area this morning. First, let's get to Weather Authority meteorologist Zach Malak to really break down the latest information. Zach, the eye wall here, you think it's going to be replacing itself soon, and that indicates what?
Strengthening. Even more strengthening, unfortunately. The thing is that it's running out of time, Corey, before it makes landfall, that maybe we could get a minor weakening before it completely gets replaced. But all in all, I mean, Category 4, we said this yesterday, that this would rapidly strengthen, and it has. Yesterday at 5 a.m., we started on air with the 5 a.m. advisory with a Category 1 hurricane at 75 miles per hour. The definition of rapid intensification is an increase of the winds of 35 miles per hour within a 24-hour period. Well, we've done way more than that. We've done at least 30. That gets you 100. Then you tack on another 25. We've tacked on 55 miles per hour to this storm within a 24-hour period. That is just historic. I mean, that is strength like no other. And we've been forecasting that, but wow, a Category 4 hurricane really heading towards the Big Bend region of Florida. That doesn't change any of the impacts we're seeing here locally, but it really is going to bring a lot of surge onshore of Cedar Key as well as areas around that through this morning as well as through the early afternoon. Still forecast to make landfall as a Category 4 and then weaken into a Category 2 early this afternoon, but still that's a Category 2 storm approaching the west side of Jacksonville, crossing I-10. I mean, that's a massive corridor of traffic that you're going to be experiencing Category 3, then Category 2 weakening impacts. So a big corridor across the country going to be impacted by this storm through the morning today. Look at Hurricane Idalia. It is still strengthening. We mentioned that I'm trying to watch that eye. It's closing up, which means that we may see an eye wall replacement cycle. Once it does so, we may see a new eye form, but it may run out of time before landfall. Regardless, this system, a very strong Category 4 hurricane. Look how expansive it is. I mean, we're getting impacts still here in southwest Florida, Collier County. If you're waking up in Naples, besides some higher water in the backyard, if you live on a canal, that's about it. You are not seeing much rain. In terms of the rest of us, we are seeing a decent amount of rain in the area. We're currently under a tornado watch for Lee County, Charlotte County, DeSoto, and Highlands counties up until 6 a.m. this morning. The one thing you may see on your screen that you may have a question about is this big band about to move onshore of Sanibel, Captiva, North Captiva, Gasparilla, Cape Hayes Peninsula. This is the next storm that we are watching. This wave and this band of rain as it moves through will produce some rather gusty winds, upwards of at least 50 to 60 miles per hour. The storm itself moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. So that movement alone, tacked on with the force of the wind falling from the clouds, is what's going to give that gust of at least 50 to 60 miles per hour as this moves through. Timing it out, Port Charlotte, on the edge of that path, going to be impacted by this line of storms by 5:30. Punta Gorda by 5:41. But Boca Grande, they're going to be impacted first at 5:10 here in the next 7 minutes or so. And then the Cape Hayes Peninsula, keep in mind, everyone for you in Rotunda West this morning, getting another storm on the way, heading your way in the next 20 minutes. This is going to produce some road flooding. The flood advisory is still in effect through 6 a.m. this morning, and with all this rain, it's going to be impactful. So with that being said, just stay indoors this morning if you are watching this morning in Charlotte County, because we have a lot of rain on the way. Keep it tuned here to Wink. We have full team coverage, and we'll have the latest with what to expect through the rest of the day and when these conditions will subside coming up in the next 10 minutes.
In Charlotte